Hey everybody, welcome to Saairah Entertainment News. It's your girl Sonia. Today we have June Payne in the house. You know, she's a multi-talented. She's a singer. She, you teaches music. Music coach.
Yeah.
Music coach, and sung with various groups. We're gonna take the time to get to know her. Let's check her out, okay? Hey June, what's up?
Hey, everything's good.
How you doing, girl? Is everything?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
doing good.
It's been a minute since I seen you last.
Yeah.
So I know it's been a lot going on.
Absolutely.
So tell everybody about you. Tell everybody who is June Payne.
Okay. So, I am a vocalist. I've been singing since I was about 4 years old, like a lot of other singers, in the church choir, Allen AME Church. I started singing in bands. I sang in a band called the 13th Hour when I was a teenager. I sang in a group called Kalima for a little while when I was 15, 16. And after that, I started continued singing in different bands. I had a band called Payne and Medley with my husband, Doug Payne of Phase 5 Records. We traveled all over the country and different parts of the world for quite a few years. And I even sang with the 3 Degrees for about a year, rehearsing at the manager's house every single day.
3 Degrees, y'all. Y'all, 3 Degrees, y'all. Look it up. Google it. 3 Degrees. Sing
When will I see you again?
When will I see you again? That's the jam. They used to be the jam, y'all. Y'all know what that is? Look it up. Google it.
And so now I'm a choir director at Transfiguration Baptist Church.
Okay.
I had to put a plug in there for Transfiguration.
Ooh, Transfiguration. I know who they
In the
are.
house.
Philadelphia.
Yes. 38th and Fairmount.
West Philly.
Come see us.
West Side.
West Side.
That's right. West Philly represent. Oh, we having too much fun.
Okay.
So wait a minute. So what made you want to get started? What made you want to do music?
I always wanted to do music. Even when I was a baby, I remember sitting in my crib,
Really?
listening to all the records my mom would play,
Mm-hmm.
all the girl groups, and I wanted to be a singer. Listening to Aretha Franklin when I was little, and I just always wanted to sing since I was a baby. I made up my mind.
How did you form your sound? How did you get your sound from this? Because sometimes when you listen to other people,
Mhm.
we can. I asked another artist this question, and
Mhm.
I think this is like a question that I'll just ask because everybody has their own
Mhm.
sound,
Yeah.
and once people become popular, people emulate them. Like people want to sound like Whitney, people want to sound like Tina Turner, people want to sound. So do you think you sound like someone in particular? Do you have your own particular sound?
Well, I used to try to sound like Natalie Cole.
Okay.
A little splash of Aretha Franklin, just her riffs. I used to love her riffs.
Yeah.
Shaka
awesome.
Khan.
Yeah.
I loved Shaka Khan, and I think those were the three people. Those were the three people that I kind of modeled my style after. But
Okay.
my husband told me that I have a style of my own, a sound of my own. So
Good.
I've come to accept that.
I think it's good because when you try to sound like other people, you strain your voice
Yeah.
because it's not that's the way they sing. You know, it's the same way you're supposed to sing.
Right. Right.
So that's good that you did that because a lot of people damage their throat, their vocal, their larynx, doing that because you're straining, you're putting pressure, all up in there. So that's why I'm starting to ask people that now because when you hear young people, they sound like other people. They sound like each other. There's no differentiation between the music.
Yeah.
Now. Back then it would be different voices everywhere. Even when people sung together in the harmony, it would still sound unique and different. But now when you hear it, it all sounds the same. It doesn't. You can't really hear the different levels of the harmony
Yeah, a lot of it does. And those that are strong enough to be themselves are usually the ones that advance.
Yes.
Because other people appreciate the uniqueness of their voice.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes. That's so true. Um, so let's talk about your career. Let's talk about the different people you perform with. Like, do you remember like who your first performance for professional performance?
Well, yeah, well, on the level of professional, as far as like being paid to sing with a
Just like
live
somebody,
band.
maybe somebody who was popular, or maybe a paid performance. You know,
Yeah.
everybody starts differently, so I don't know what happened with you. Like,
Well, I would say my first
stage
performance with celebrities was I did a concert with the Spinners.
Did you?
With my ex-husband.
Okay.
Husband at that time.
Okay.
And it went over pretty well. And then
wow, the Spinners are cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that was an honor.
Yeah.
And then even before then, I was in a duo group called the Royal Family.
Okay.
With my husband at that time, my ex-husband. His name is Curtis Hill, and we sang on a concert with the Five Blind Boys and.
Oh wow.
Yeah, Kings and Priests, what's it called? Or Priests and Kings, something like that. A lot of different recording artists at that time. Wow.
Okay.
And then there's so many groups I can't even. It was so long ago, I can't even remember all the names of the groups. But a lot of the recording artists during the 80s.
Okay.
Yeah, so we performed at the Uptown when they opened up again.
Okay.
After being shut down for so long, closed.
Okay.
And
it seems to happen a lot there.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then after that they closed again, and now they open up now.
Yeah.
I think.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they have a little rough. It's a little rough, but I'm not sure the logistics. I know that if you Google Uptown Theater, right? Mm-hmm. If you Google that, I do believe they're open.
Okay.
Yeah, they're open again.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I've also performed with Tamika Patton.
Okay.
Gospel recording artist Tamika Patton.
Okay.
At the time, she was performing in a play about the lifetime of Mahalia Jackson.
Okay.
That was, I guess, maybe 5 or more years ago.
Okay. Okay.
With the Penn Inspirations Choir at University of Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
And
Mahalia Jackson was just phenomenal.
Yeah, she was.
The one time I was very young, so I don't like know of her like that. Mm-hmm. But I remember watching Imitation of Life. Mm-hmm. You know, which was a very powerful show, a movie mm-hmm. about how I can't even mulattoes. You know, a mulatto female who didn't want to acknowledge her heritage.
Okay.
You know, did you ever see Imitation of Life?
I haven't seen that.
You haven't?
I love the songs.
Yeah, Imitation of Life was so good, and it kind of makes you think about how you view yourself. Yeah. You know, because if I'm not gonna give it away, but for those who haven't seen it, but this young lady grew up wanting to deny herself. She was black and white, so her mother was a dark-skinned black woman and her father was white. So her mother was a maid, and she was working for this particular woman, and she tended to admire the woman more, she felt more looked like her, mm-hmm. you know, because she was light skin, mm-hmm. high yellow, and I mean high yellow girl, mm-hmm. and she hated her mother because her mother was black, oh, wow. And she treated her mother so nasty. You know, and mm-hmm. The person that her mother was working for, they lived there, mm-hmm. and she basically, will allow her the maid's daughter to go along with them on different things and everything. So I guess that's how she got the idea of passing when she got older. Okay. So it was basically about passing. Mm. So that's all I'm gonna get into with that. But okay. So you kind of get the gist of what it was about. Yeah. She learned a very hard lesson at the end about denying who you are. Yeah. So if you ever want to check it out. Very, very deep movie.
Yeah.
But I remember it had a lot of Mahalia Jackson in that, which really kind of hits you because, her music is no joke.
No, it is no joke.
You
don't realize it until it's one thing listening to it, but when you sing it and you actually learn it, and, it's like you kind of you begin to feel the lyrics and the melody combined, and it just kind of goes all through you.
Yes. People don't understand, like, when you do music, it has to come from you because it's part of your soul.
Right. And
you can't just sing these little silly songs with these little silly verses and la di da 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 mess and keep it moving, make a million, and then go on. Like, you want to make something that's timeless.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of timeless music being made, but there's not a lot of timeless music out now.
Right.
That you would, like, if I heard it 20 years from now, I still feel the same way. Like, oh my God, please cut it off.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like once in a blue moon, something. You'll find a jewel.
Yeah.
Every once in a while.
There's various artists who have made timeless music. And some are still here, some are not. A lot have passed. A lot of people have currently passed away.
Yeah.
It's so heartbreaking.
Yeah.
Because they left a legacy, but it's not accessible to everyone.
Right.
It's only accessible to those that are around them.
Yeah.
So we don't get to really get involved with that anymore. We only kind of get what the crumbs people throw at us, type of thing.
And I love when the artists the newer artists take an old song and revive it.
And mess it up.
Oh,
oh my God.
Mess it up.
And mess it up. Oh my God. Did you hear the remake of Donny Hathaway's Song for You?
No.
His name was Avery Wilson. And it's okay, but he does a lot of that excess. Like, I'm trying to think of it. Like the ooh.
Too many riffs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. All over it. And I'm like, would you shut up and just sing the song? Like, it's not necessary. Because they're trying to be unique. And riffs do not make you unique.
No.
It's noise.
Yeah.
It's really just noise. Please go.
It has to be put in the right place. It has strategic places. But not all the way through the song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I was listening to it and I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of... And then he started doing that and I was like, never mind. And then like you want to listen to it because he sounds good. But he just keeps going and going and going and I'm just like, I'm done with that.
He's going for the
yeah, the younger people like that stuff. And it's cute to a point.
Yeah.
Once in a while.
Right. Exactly.
But if you got 5 songs on your album with a whole bunch of trips, I mean, those riffs, I'm sorry. And, you're like, please, I can't even get through the first song because the next song sounds just like it.
Yeah, it's like, what's the real melody of this song?
Right.
I'm trying to find the melody.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Can we get a bass line or something? I mean, something. I don't care if it's an R&B song or a upbeat, a rap song. Give me at least a little bass.
Yeah.
In it and stuff. And I get tired of just that. The music now is just it all sounds the same. That's what I mean.
Pretty much.
It's just the same beat, that same trill, that they do, that same mess.
The same chord progression.
Yes. Yeah. That's why, people don't understand, when will I see you again? That was such a beautiful, I remember that. I was a little kid and I remember that song. And you got to sing that. That is so dope.
That was a blessing. I was like, I can't believe I'm on this stage at the Greek Theater in Hollywood, California, standing where so many other celebrities stood, singing When Will I See You Again? Because, I wasn't an original, but I feel very honored to have been under the original same management and to come out of the same home where they used to rehearse.
Yeah.
Look at the same mirror and practice our choreography the way the original singers did.
Oh my God.
And to me it was an honor. It was such an honor.
That's it. A lot of people don't get that opportunity. Mm-hmm. And when people, younger people have to understand, and older people too, because a lot of people coming up sometimes are not younger; they're like older. But you have to appreciate opportunities, and you have to take every opportunity and treat it as if it's your last performance, so to speak.
Absolutely.
You know, because you never know what one opportunity is going to lead to.
Exactly.
You know, and a lot of people turn their nose up at opportunities now because they feel like it's not good enough. But it's that one opportunity that you turn your nose up that's going to catapult you out there to where you want to be.
You know, I mean, okay, I am an evangelist, so I have to say.
Okay.
The Bible does say, despise not small beginnings. A lot of times, blessings, you know, you don't want to undersell yourself.
Right.
But it's just that I've been so fortunate to start in a position like people that are fresh out of college and they want to start sometimes in a position that they have their degree in, but it doesn't always work that way. Like I work for the University of Payne, and when I started there, I started fresh out of nursing school, but you need experience. And the important thing is to get your foot in the door and just keep on pushing. Don't be complacent where you are, but grow. You have to grow. Even in music, it's always important not to, it's a good thing to be grateful and appreciate everything you do, that is every opportunity that you have. But it's also very important to advance and to grow. I've never been just completely satisfied with music because it's an art, and artists just keep on making more art.
Yes. Yes.
I have a cousin who's an artist. Literally, she painting pretty, and she just continues. When she finishes one, she's right there working on the next one. The artists continue to make art. Music, just continue to make music. Work on that art.
Yes, because and also like with people, and I meant to say this in the other interview that I did. How do you see yourself? Okay, when you were younger. As an artist, a younger artist, up into the artist you are now, what changes? What do you feel like you're the same, or were there changes, or have you grown as an artist? Do you think your tastes have changed?
Yes. I've definitely changed. I've learned to be versatile. I've also learned to be supportive of other artists. The music business can be competitive. You always want to be the best that you can, do the greatest work that you can. But it's always important to know that there are other people who are talented. And it's always graceful and wonderful to support other artists, to be supportive, to encourage other people in the business. I feel like I've grown in my vocal skills a little bit, even though once in a while I need to tweak things up and just stay on my toes.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah. I mean, we're always learning. We're always growing. And you're never too old to learn something new.
Exactly.
And that's another thing that people need to understand as well. You know, because when you're first starting out, your eyes is all in the clouds. You're seeing things all covered up. You're not really thinking beyond a certain point in life. But then as you get older and you start having more experiences, you tend to your perspective changes, and then that's when you start making going in different direction than you would have if you were just still in that same mindset. Because once your mindset changes, it's going to change your whole point of view.
Exactly.
It does. So tell me about things that you're working on now currently.
Okay, so I'm currently with Douglas Payne, Phase 5 Records. We are working on an album that's going to include a lot of different up-and-coming recording artists. We're working on a song that is about anti-violence.
Okay.
So I kind of work, Doug Payne, of course, is my husband, and I kind of work with him to get the song, try to help him to get the song where he wants it to be,
Okay.
where it needs to be.
Okay.
So, and I'm also in the process of recording a song, a solo record, recording myself.
Oh, you're kidding! That's so awesome.
I've done some background vocals for Carmen Bryant on her song Midnight Star.
Yes.
The background vocals that you hear, those singers, they're all three me. Me, myself, and I doing the background vocals.
Super talented, I told you. She's doing it all. She's like, look, I can sing all the backup. I can sing the lead. And I can let the other singer come in and they can sing too. I just do it all, and then I can teach her how to sing too. So, I'm just playing. No, I'm just kidding.
She can sing.
No, not her. I just want somebody else, not her.
No. I'm like,
I'm gonna keep doing it.
Anyway.
Oh my God! Yes. Did you see my face? I'm like, yes. So yes, we're silly. No. First of all, Carmen Bryant can sing her ass off.
She can.
I was not talking about her. I was talking about other people when she does the choreo. What is it called when you
the background vocals, the background harmony.
No, when you teaching people the vocals, you doing vocal training.
Yeah.
The vocal training. Yeah, I was talking about that with the vocal training. No, Carmen's the bomb.
Yes, she is.
Yeah.
Woo.
I listened to her when I was a kid.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, get out of here.
Yeah, I didn't know that was her.
Wow.
That is so crazy.
Wow.
I was just like, what? Like, I didn't, but when you're a little kid, you hear the music, but you don't see the artist. So you know the names of the groups.
Yeah.
But like I knew the SOS band, but I never knew anybody in the SOS band. I never knew their names or anything like that, but I knew their music. I mean, they played their music constantly. Mm-hmm. Like I knew about Midnight Star, No Parking on the Dance Floor, all that. I listened to that constantly, but I never knew the members of the group.
Wow.
So you guys didn't, like a lot of guys listen to you guys, a lot of like my age, but we didn't know the names of the people inside of the actual, groups. Okay. But we knew y'all music. We knew it with no problem. Oh, that's Midnight Star. Oh, that's the SOS band. Oh, that's the Gap band, Yeah. I listen to all of that. That's, that's all the music we listened to back then.
Right.
Yeah,
Funk.
Yes, that was everything. Like, it was the 80s. I mean, in the 80s, that stuff came out, I was like 9, 10 years old. So, so I was old enough to know it. So it was incredible. The music, that music just, it impacted so much.
Oh, man.
It did. Those bands impacted so much.
Yeah, they did.
First of all, they don't even have bands anymore. So that in itself.
Yeah, they're just tracks.
Yeah, people don't even sing together anymore. They be like, okay, I'm in Florida and you're in so-and-so. We just want to, combine it. You do it where you at, I do it where I'm at, and we just combine it together.
We'll send it over digitally.
Yeah. It's not even an art anymore. It's more like a business.
Yeah.
It's not, you're not making this music authentic. It's not authentic like it used to be. Before you had to be in that studio with that person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there was no digital editing on the voices, which I'm so glad they do have that now. But back then, you had to sing on key.
You had to, you know what? And you had to do it over and over again.
Yeah.
But you don't have to do all that now.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny. I never thought about that.
Yeah, you just look at the track and get on that computer and, okay, that was flat. Let's bring it up. Okay. Yeah.
All right. See you later. That was 10 minutes. Bye. That's cool.
It's a little longer than that, but
I'm just being silly. I know. Because that would just be crazy. Yeah. If it was that short.
I know.
But no.
It wouldn't make any money.
It wouldn't make no money. Wait, we need to do at least an hour.
Yeah.
At least. Minimum.
Yeah.
That's funny. But no, these engineers now are phenomenal. I mean, it's like a whole class. Like you can get a whole degree in music engineering or whatever. I don't audio engineering. That's what it's called, audio engineering, and make a full career of it and get awards, Grammys and stuff for it.
I would love to be sitting at that computer work. I wish I had that kind of time in my life to do that.
It's so
because I used to do it with
okay, so you're familiar.
I used to put, well, not in the studio, but I had a Roland W30. I don't know if anybody remembers that, but I would do my own tracks and I would go in there and micro edit and make a note, stretch the note or change the note or remove the note. And basically they're just doing the same thing with vocals now.
Oh,
so
wow.
I would love to do that. Hopefully one day soon.
Yeah, it's all in time.
Yeah.
We what I'm learning now is that we have to pace ourselves when it comes to the things the tasks that we take on.
Yeah.
Because we wanna be super person, and we wanna carry all these different what we gonna call projects. Mm-hmm. And that's why that project be sitting there for 3 years, because you don't have the time to get it done. And you be like, man, it took me 5 years to do this project. It's because life kicks in. You just never know. Something happens, something puts it on hold because of whatever, no money, all this kind of stuff. So now I'm at the point I try to focus on the things that will that I know that will pan out. Try and just kind of keep going back to the ones that it's kind of like you focus on this, but you'll come back little piece by piece. I'll work on this a little, I'll work on that a little, right? So that you can at least have it majority of it done. I mean, that's what I'm learning that you have to do, because you can't do it all.
No, you can't.
We don't have the mental capacity.
Yeah, you're gonna get tired.
In 8 hours of the day, you should be asleep.
Yeah.
Hopefully y'all crazy behinds are getting 8 hours of sleep, because if you're not, you're crazy. You all get Oh my God, are you loony? You lunatic.
I'm gonna touch a crack. I got a little crack.
You little cracker.
I'm almost finished. I can't stop right now. Almost finished.
Oh my God, no, you gotta get that sleep.
Yeah.
You do? Yeah. You're gonna be walking around, what do you want? Oh my God, shut up. That's where all that come from.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't mean to call her Noonie. I didn't mean to. But you do need 8 people. You need 8 hours of sleep.
Yeah, you do.
Just say no. Just say no. There are places you can go to talk about it. I know what you're talking about, and it's that flow. When you're on that flow of getting something done in your mind, you don't want to lose that flow, because once you stop, you're not gonna get that same flow again.
Yeah.
I'm just being funny, but I get it. I totally get it.
Every once in a while, just not every night. Okay.
Oh no.
Not like 3 nights a week.
No.
Not unless you got it like that, where you can sleep late the next day or whatever. I don't got it like that.
Yeah.
I don't have it like that.
Yeah. The only time I go crazy like that is if I know, like, what's coming up now, like Thanksgiving. So it's like the 20th, so 27, 28, 29, 30. Like, you can do that craziness. Because you know that you can sleep for a whole day or half a day, or get whatever you need. But a lot of people are on E. Yeah. They're on air.
That's true.
And, that's not healthy and it's not good for you. We're artists, and I'm an artist too. So I know, and I know about creativity, and you try to grip onto creativity when you got it, because the creativity gonna come through differently the next time. It's not gonna come through the same. It's a different energy. Yeah. So this is why we do that, because we're like, I know this is not gonna come again. Even if you write it down, the energy behind it is still not the same. Yeah. You have to get it done at that moment. So, but we really want to work on. Trying to, control that. Yeah. Because, I'm talking about the young people. You'll notice, like in my interviews, I'll always talk about young people, because they need guidance. They need information. They need to know certain things that are normal and not normal. Yeah. To a certain point. I mean, I can't tell somebody what's normal, quote unquote. Right. But I can tell you what's healthy and what's not healthy. And you can look it up, and it'll say the same thing. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. You don't want to die for your art. That is so true. You do not want to die for your art. It's just not worth that. Yeah.
Now, when you sleep, because that's when your cells begin to replenish themselves. That's right. So, a little medical knowledge there.
Absolutely.
But it's true. That's how your body repairs itself, is while you're asleep. That's one of the purposes of sleep.
That's why we get sick. Yeah. Because when it's time to repair our immunity, we're up in the middle of the night and we're eating in the middle of the night, digesting our food, and it's corrupting, you know, the flow of what's supposed to be happening during certain times of the night. You know, I even found something online that like told you why you wake up certain times of the night. Like if you wake up 3 o'clock in the morning, this is why. If you wake up whatever time, I don't remember by heart, but you can definitely Google it. It's like, why do I wake up at a certain time? You can Google, why do I wake up at a certain time? And it'll tell you. And it'll tell you what you need to do. Wow. You know, one of the things I know I have to stop doing is drinking water before I go to bed. Okay. That you're going to wake up regardless. Yeah, you will. You know, that's just, you know. But the other stuff that they were saying, they were talking about like problems with your organs. You know, problems with your kidneys and stuff like that. You know, like it was a lot of information. I can't say it all because each time was a different thing. Or it's either a specific time or a time frame that told you why that you woke up at these different times. So it's really interesting. Our body are very complex. Our bodies are extremely complex, but it's very amazing. It is how it can repair itself too if we just know how to do it. Yeah. You know, it's just really interesting. You know, if we just take the time, well, we don't take the time. No, we too. Rush, gotta go. Yeah. It's a different world now. Yes. So wait a minute. So tell me about this album that you're working on. When do you think it'll be released, or just the gospel one, right? Yeah. Okay. Well, I would say probably, realistically speaking, I would give it about 6 months. Okay. 6 months. That's 6 to 9 months. Is this coming out in phase 5? Yes. Okay. Phase 5. Okay. Records. We have a gospel portion of phase 5 records that my husband and I are trying to put together with you're gonna do some other. Yeah. That's gonna do well. There are a lot of young up and coming gospel artists that don't have a direction of where to go. Because now mainstream gospel music, I guess I can call it that, is just like they're behaving like secular, you know, industry music. So a lot of people are kind of stranded, just, you know, SoundCloud, YouTubing, and but to have a platform on a label, that's pretty dope. You know, and you're gonna get a lot of people that are gonna be trying. You know, you know, even though you can't take everybody, but you will have enough people to choose from to promote. You know, so I think that's a very smart move. Yeah, we have a lot of people biting now, actually. See, I didn't know that. It's just you know, by me having a magazine, I know a lot about music. I used to be involved in music myself. I've seen how things evolved. You know, I've seen music at its best. I've seen it at its worst. You know what I was thinking about one day? I was thinking about when Michael Jackson first did the moonwalk. Oh yeah. I will never forget that night. Oh my God, the AMAs. Yeah. That was the best because everybody was excited because the Jackson 5 got back together. With Randy. You know, they put Randy Jackson in there as well. Watched a clip of that 2 nights ago. Are you serious? Doing the moonwalk, yeah. I mean, and I remember everybody went inside in their homes because they wanted to see this. You know, but they didn't know he was going to do the moonwalk. Okay, so when Michael Jackson did the moonwalk, nobody knew he was going to do the moonwalk. We never seen it before. So we just wanted to see it because the Jacksons were all getting back together again. Yeah. It was like a little mini reunion kind of thing. Yeah. Everybody was excited. So it was such a wonderful night. It was. But then when he was dancing, and all of a sudden he started doing this spin, and then he just started going back. You could hear everybody screaming. Yeah. From house to house. It went crazy. It was crazy. It was bananas. Like they were going bananas in the AMAs, and they were going bananas in the streets. Like you could hear them. And I remember like, what? And it was talked about forever. Yeah. Then you know, then everybody was trying to do it. It was just like, that was the most groundbreaking moment I've ever experienced in my life. That was awesome. That was the best night.
Yeah, it was. That was incredible.
I mean, I remember I was tingling. I was tingling all over. It was just so exciting.
Yeah.
You know?
I couldn't believe my eyes. We couldn't believe our eyes. Everybody went off in the house. That was crazy.
Everybody went off. Like, my mom and dad were in their room. My sister and I was in our room. We could hear people inside of their homes. I mean, it was crazy. You can hear, you're inside your house, but you can hear other people around the neighborhood.
Right.
It was insane. So I was just like, wow. It was just a moment where everybody was just happy all at the same time.
Yeah.
And it never happened again. After that, it was nothing, but that was, Michael Jackson was just, he was just it.
The only other moment that I know that was like that was, oh my goodness, can I even remember her name? When Ella Fitzgerald, I think it was on an award show, and she got on that microphone and she started scatting and riffing, and everybody was like, Whitney Houston was sitting in the background and she was wiping her eyes, crying. Wow. That was amazing.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That was awesome.
See, there's so many. Everybody, that's why I like doing these interviews too, because everybody got different memories.
Yeah.
So we have some of the same, but different, memories all the same that were impactful.
Yeah.
That's pretty incredible. And Ella Fitzgerald, she impacted music in such a big way. Like, my God.
Now, that was my grandmother. My grandmother was a big fan of hers.
Okay.
And every time she would be on like the Ed Sullivan Show or something like that, they were like, Ella Fitzgerald's on!
Oh, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. It was a lot of artists that were like that. It was a lot that you would stop, drop, and whatever you're doing. Right. You're like, no, I have to go, check this out. You know, that's pretty amazing. And
I have to say, James Brown. When I was a little girl and we watched him with all that fancy footwork, I was like, well, he's getting ready to go off. He's getting ready to go. He's getting ready to go there.
Oh my God.
And that's what we would wait for.
I'm not familiar with him like that. Like, I heard it later. Much later. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Like, I was too young. Like, I don't know. Like, I was, and no, that was like the 60s. Right?
Yeah, that was the 60s.
I wasn't even here.
That's right. You weren't even
here. I wasn't here. I stopped.
Tell my age.
No.
Woo! Yeah, that was the 60s.
I wasn't even a thought in my mama's eye.
Oh, wow.
Nowhere near. That was, I was young. Yeah, I'm old young. I'm old in a way, but young really.
Like mature. She's mature.
I'm mature. But I just don't know a lot of stuff.
Yeah, she's probably like the same age as my kids. Like my older kids.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I'm not gonna say how old I am. I almost said it. What am I thinking? Because I really don't look my age. I really don't. I don't. I'll just say I ain't gonna say. Okay. So I'm gonna keep someone keeps saying, "Shut up! Don't tell them how old you are." No, I'm gonna keep that a secret. I'm gonna keep y'all guessing. You might guess right, but you might guess wrong, but you won't know. And we're not gonna guess her age because she still looks like a young girl. You should have seen this picture of her. Oh my God, she looked like a young girl. I was like, oh my God. So, this is Miss Hottie over here. We got a Hottie over here.
Sometimes.
Okay, go Doug. Go Doug Payne. Doug, no. He be like,
Sometimes.
Yeah, they get a little silly, don't they? Yeah. Sometimes we gotta remind them. You need to, that picture that you took, you need to do that.
Yeah.
Just to remind his ass. That picture was, let me stop. He'd be like, really, Sonia? What was that you was talking in that? Here we go again. Yeah, what was that shit you was talking, Sonia? Doug probably would never curse at me. He's the sweetest man.
He will not.
Sweetest man ever.
Yes, he is.
He's really, really sweet. I just, you two are like the really cutest couple.
Oh.
I've seen. You don't see that anymore. Like, people they don't embrace their mate anymore. It's not like you're like an accessory more than anything.
Yeah, they need to though.
I know. You got to. That's the only way it's gonna work. That's why the divorce rate is so high, because people don't know each other. They don't embrace each other.
Yeah.
They don't talk to each other. They don't. They just a lot missing, and there's a lot of things that need to happen in the relationships in order for them. That's like, I noticed that like in music relationships, they don't last very long.
Yeah, I've noticed that. That's a scary thing too.
It really doesn't. I don't understand what that's all about. I think it's the attention. I think it's the groupies. I think it's a multitude of things. You have to be a certain place within yourself in order to be in a music career.
Exactly.
And in the industry.
Yeah. Those groupies are very determined people.
They are.
Very, very determined, but you have to be determined to stick with your spouse and value your marriage.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I've been through that situation.
Okay.
With my first marriage, and it's a very traumatic thing to rip a family apart. You know, I think it's very important for children to have
both their parents.
Yeah, both of their parents. That's mommy and that's daddy. You know, and they're biological parents.
Absolutely.
Unless someone has done something horribly wrong.
Yes.
But basically, yeah.
I mean, we're not saying if you don't want to be with this person, stay with them because you have kids with them. It's just if it's not broke, if it's don't break it.
Yeah, don't break it.
Why break it? Don't break it.
Exactly.
If this little thing come up to you or whoever, male, female, whatever, and you know that you have somebody good at home, just be like, no, sweetie, I'm good.
Yeah.
And walk away, like, and be firm about it. That's the problem, because
Exactly.
you kind of like, oh, that's okay, but you kind of looking back like, yeah, you know, and that's what makes people keep pursuing you.
Exactly.
Because you're giving them kind of like a green light, you know, on a slide.
Yeah.
And so eventually that's why it happens.
Yeah.
You know, this is exactly why I try to pay attention to like different things. Like if I say to someone I'm not interested, and they keep trying to pursue, I'm like, I only want to be bothered with you because you don't know what no mean. Because if somebody says no, you're supposed to excuse yourself and keep it moving. You don't keep pursuing someone when they're telling you no.
Exactly.
And that's a red flag right there. That's what people don't understand. That's a red flag. If somebody keeps pursuing you and you tell them that you're already in a relationship or you're in a situation or whatever, and you're like no, then they should just walk away. Well, it's great meeting you. You know, I hope to see you again, but you know, I hope what you're doing is working out.
Yeah.
And just keep it moving. You don't have to pressure yourself on somebody like that, because that means you have no respect for what they have going on, and you're not going to have respect for me if I get in a situation with you.
Exactly. If you don't respect me, you don't respect my family, you don't respect my marriage, you know, then
it's a lot. Like, you know, and this is so funny because this is all involved with music. This is all music talks about.
Yeah.
Filled relationships, happy relationships, sunshine, blue stars, clouds. I mean, this is what music is about. Yeah. And this is the things that they talk about. So we're not kind of far off about our conversation, because that's what music is.
Exactly.
It's heartache. It's heartbreak. It's heart. It's love. It's in love, out of love, and kind of love. You know. Yeah. It's that the happy I just met you make my heart flutter, to I can't stand you, I hope you get run over by a Mack truck.
I hit the road.
Exactly. Exactly. You know, and people don't really put the twos and twos together. Right. You know, so if you're singing about this stuff, you're living it. Yeah. This is stuff that can happen to people. You know?
The music, songwriting comes from the heart a lot of times.
Yes.
I mean, you know, who's going to write about something that they don't know much about? Then you have to do research. Yep. And, I mean, it's easier to write from personal experience in life.
Absolutely.
You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, tell me, any last things you want to say there? Everybody about what you have going on? No. Do you have a social media or anything?
We have.
Let's do Phase 5
Records on Facebook. Okay. I believe they're also on Instagram, and I think they're on Twitter also.
Does Phase 5 have anything coming up? Any events or any
There is an event coming up. It's okay. Oh, put on the spot, but okay. It is the Wednesday, next Wednesday, day before Thanksgiving. Okay. It's going to be on Germantown Avenue. I'm trying to remember the name of the place. This is terrible.
Is that the studio there?
No, it's a
You know, Erie was telling me about that.
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
It's a cabaret hall.
Yeah.
It used to be called Champagne. It used to be
Okay.
called Champagne.
It's on 60 something in Germantown Avenue.
Yeah, I think it's
64 something Germantown Avenue.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I think a little bit more. He just told me about it. You know, can they go on Facebook and look it up?
I'm sure they can go on Facebook and look it up under Phase 5 Records.
Okay, yeah.
And if not, I'll tell my husband to post it. I'm sure he already did post it.
Okay.
Yes.
So it's a cabaret up in Germantown, in Philadelphia. You can check out Phase 5 Records Facebook.
Yes.
And it should come up. And you know, like them, you know, like their page, and you know, request to be, you know, a friend. You know, they friendly. They'll accept you.
Yeah, they will.
They're very accepting people, very loving. Phase 5 Records is a extremely loving label. I haven't been involved with them for a while now, and I can say every moment has been totally positive. Very great people. You know, their musicians are all people that you may have known. I mean, they're artists, music artists, or people that you have all known, heard at one point in your life. Very phenomenal label. Check them out. Google Phase 5 Records. You know, Doug Payne, June Payne. Then there are various artists, Carmen Bryant, Kenneth Sykes.
Tony Showshine Gilmore.
Yes.
He has a hit coming out called "Hard on a Trip."
That's right.
And that song is nice. I started to say that thing is nice. That song is nice. You gotta listen to that. It's coming out soon.
Okay. So yeah, he's an awesome artist as well. There's a multitude of other artists. Steven.
Yeah.
You know, so Steven is on the label as well. I'm not gonna say his last name because he always is Clement.
Yeah,
but,
Steve Clement.
You know, and I always say it wrong, so I'm not gonna say it. And if he sees this, he gonna be like, "Yep, that's right. Keep your mouth shut."
Steve Clement.
I said Clement.
His son played for the Eagles, and he helped them win the Super Bowl.
Corey Clement.
Yes, Corey Clement. Yes, he played on the Super Bowl, and they won, of course.
Oh yeah.
Everybody knows that.
So shout out to Steven, Corey, Clement. Did I say it right, Clement?
Yeah.
You gonna call me up and tell me about myself? Okay, I said it right this time. So yeah, I interviewed him, and he was just like, "Look, you gonna say my name right?" So I was just like, "I'm sorry." But it was so great having you.
Thank you.
We laughed. We let me tell you, this is one of the most upbeat interviews you're gonna see because we are laughing the whole time. She's a phenomenal person, sweet, wonderful person.
Aww,
Look out for her album. I don't know if it has a name yet. Not yet.
Not yet. We've been doing singles.
Okay.
And we'll probably end up putting everything, you know, together.
Okay.
On one album. But we'll see how it goes.
So just, you know, check out Phase 5. Everybody will be, all the information will be there. And Phase 5 Records, I'm sorry. I don't want you to put Phase 5 because the other stuff will come up. So Phase 5 Records. Do you have a website?
Basically, we've been going
through Facebook, okay.
Social media.
Okay, so check them out.
Twitter.
You have Instagram too?
Yes.
Okay, so they're on IG, Phase 5 Records on IG, Facebook, all the normal major platforms. So I just want to thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
And I had such a good time. And, you know, I look forward to hearing new things to come, and you have to come back again so that we can talk about the album once it's out, you know, and I'll promote it. So, you know, thank you again.
Thank you.
You want a hug, don't you?
Yes.
We do
I
the
would
show.
get up on my knee.
Oh, no. And thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.
All right.